Welcome to Supercar, your ultimate destination for everything automotive, where we peel back the marketing gloss to see what these machines are really like to live with. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and make the smartest car buying decisions, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of petrolheads. Today, we're tackling a question that's on the mind of every budget-conscious buyer. Will the 2025 Dacia Duster be a decision you regret in 5 years, or is it the ultimate long-term bargain? Everyone loves a bargain at the dealership. But the real test of a car doesn't happen on the showroom floor. It happens 5 years down the line when the new car smell is gone, and the repair bills start to loom. The 2025 Dacia Duster has arrived with a massive weight on its shoulders, moving away from the old simple underpinnings to the much more advanced CMF-B platform shared with the Renault Captur. While this makes it drive better than ever, it introduces a level of complexity we haven't seen in a Duster before. For over a decade, the Duster's charm was its keep-it-simple philosophy, mechanical parts you could fix with a hammer and a prayer. By 2030, we'll know if this shift towards sophistication was a masterstroke or if owners will be longing for the rugged simplicity of the previous generations. Step inside the cabin and you'll see where Dacia has tried to bridge the gap between cheap and cool, but will these materials actually survive the daily grind of a busy family? The 2025 model introduces the new 10.1-inch infotainment screen and a digital driver display which look fantastic today, but electronics are often the first thing to date or fail in a budget vehicle. Dacia has doubled down on hard plastics, even introducing a new material called Starkle, a recycled, unpainted plastic designed to be scratch-resistant. While it's environmentally friendly and rugged in theory, hard plastics in a budget car are notorious for developing cabin symphony, a collection of squeaks, rattles, and buzzes that only get louder as the car ages. If you're a driver who values a silent, refined cabin, you might find yourself regretting the Duster in 5 years when the interior begins to show its age and the software starts to lag behind the latest smartphone updates. Efficiency is the buzzword of the decade, but is the transition to hybrid power a ticking time bomb for the second-hand market? For the first time, the Duster is ditching the legendary bulletproof 1.5-liter diesel engine in favor of the TCE 130 mild hybrid and the range-topping Hybrid 140. The Hybrid 140 is a complex piece of engineering, utilizing a clutchless multi-mode gearbox and 2 electric motors. Right now, it's a fuel-saving hero, allowing for up to 80% electric driving in the city. However, 5 years from now, when these cars fall out of their manufacturer warranty, the complexity of that hybrid system could become a liability. Unlike the old manual diesels that could easily clock 200,000 miles, the long-term reliability of these high-tech powertrains in a budget application is still an unproven variable that could impact your peace of mind. It looks like a baby Land Rover and promises to go anywhere, but will the Duster's off-road credentials hold up when the novelty wears off? One of the biggest reasons people buy a Duster is that 4x4 badge and the 217 millimeters of ground clearance, which is actually better than many SUVs twice its price. The 2025 4x4 model features a new terrain control system with 5 driving modes, including snow, sand, and mud. While this makes it a weekend warrior's dream, most owners will spend 99% of their time on tarmac. If you've bought the 4x4 for the look but never used the capability, you might regret the slightly firmer ride and higher fuel consumption compared to the 2-wheel drive hybrids. In 5 years, if you haven't taken it on an adventure, the rugged trade-offs might start to feel like a compromise you didn't need to make. The ultimate test of any car is the residual value test. Will your Duster be a sought-after used gem or a depreciated paperweight? Historically, Dacias have been some of the slowest depreciating cars on the market because their starting price is so low there's simply less room for the value to fall. However, The 2025 Duster is moving upmarket, with higher trims nudging prices that put it in direct competition with more premium brands. When you try to sell this car in 5 years, you'll be competing against used Volkswagens and Hyundais that might offer more perceived prestige and softer interior materials. The Duster's resale success will depend entirely on its reputation for reliability. If it stays as robust as its predecessors, it will hold its value, but if those new electronic sensors and hybrid batteries start acting up, the used market won't be kind. Safety is no longer an afterthought, but are these new nanny systems more of a headache than a help in the long run? To meet strict European regulations, the 2025 Duster is packed with advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS, including lane keep assist, traffic sign recognition, and emergency braking. These systems rely on a suite of cameras and sensors that are sensitive to weather, dirt, and age. Early reports already suggest that some of these alerts can be overly sensitive and intrusive. 5 years down the road, as sensors begin to degrade or require calibration, owners might find themselves frustrated by persistent dashboard warnings or expensive repairs for systems they never really wanted in the first place. For the person who just wants a simple car to drive, the tech-heavy 2025 Duster might feel like it's lost its way. So, let's bring it all together. Is the 2025 Dacia Duster a regret in the making? If you're expecting a luxury SUV experience for a bargain price, the hard plastics and unrefined high-speed noise will likely lead to disappointment within the first 2 years. But if you understand that Dacia is providing everything you need and nothing you don't, the Duster remains one of the most honest vehicles on sale. The move to the CMF-B platform and hybrid tech is a gamble, but it's a necessary one to keep the car relevant in a modern world. As long as you maintain it well and don't expect it to be a Mercedes on the inside, the 2025 Duster is likely to be a car you look back on in 5 years as the smartest financial move you ever made.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange.